Today we celebrate the feast of Saint Justin Martyr. He was born around the year 100 in Samaria, the son of Greek-speaking parents. His father followed the Greek pagan religion and raised Justin to do just that. Justin, though, was an avid lover of truth and became interested in philosophy. He became frustrated with the professional philosophers' intellectual conceits and limitations, as well as their apparent indifference to God. So, after several years of study, he had a life-changing encounter with an old man who questioned him about his beliefs and especially about the sufficiency of philosophy as a means of attaining truth. He urged him to study the Jewish prophets and told Justin that these authors had not only spoken by God's inspiration, but also predicted the coming of Christ and the foundation of his church. After his conversion, Justin continued to wear the type of cloak that Greek culture associated with philosophers. He embraced a simple and austere lifestyle even after moving to Rome. He was ordained a deacon since he preached, did not marry, and gave religious instruction in his home. He is best known as the author of apologetic works, which argued for the Catholic faith against the claims of Jews, pagans, and non-Christian philosophers. Several of these works were written to Roman officials. Justin sought to convince the rulers of the Roman Empire that they had nothing to gain and much to lose by persecuting the Christians. His two most famous apologetical treatises were Apologies and Dialogue with Tryphon. In order to fulfill this task, Justin gave explicit written descriptions of the early church's beliefs and its mode of worship. In modern times, scholars have noted that Justin's descriptions correspond to the traditions of the Catholic Church on every essential point. He describes the weekly Sunday liturgy as a sacrifice. He explains in his writings that the Church regards celibacy as a sacred calling. His first defense of the faith, written to the Emperor Antonius Pius in 150, convinced the emperor to regard the Church with tolerance. During that year, Justin wrote to the emperor, who himself was a philosopher and the author of well-known meditations. We're talking now about the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. So one day he was seized along with a group of other believers and brought before Rusticus, prefect of Rome. A surviving eyewitness account shows how Justin the philosopher became known as Saint Justin Martyr. The prefect made it clear how Justin might save his life, obey the gods, and comply with the edicts of the emperor. But Justin responded, no one can be justly blamed for obeying the commands of Jesus Christ. So Rusticus questioned Justin about the beliefs of Christ, and then he laid down the law. Hear me, he said, you who are noted for your eloquence, who think that you make a profession of the right philosophy, if I cause you to be scourged from head to foot, do you think you shall go to heaven? If I suffer what you mention, Justin replied, I hope to receive the reward which those have already received who have obeyed the precepts of Christ. There is nothing which we more earnestly desire than to endure torments for the sake of our Lord Jesus Christ. We are all Christians, he said, and will never sacrifice to idols. So Justin was scourged and beheaded along with 6 companions. Saint Justin Martyr has been regarded as a saint since the earliest centuries of the Church. And there you have it, Saint Justin Martyr, which by now you all know perfectly well comes from the Greek meaning witness. And again, that's exactly what we must be, especially in these trying times. Martyrs, that is, witnesses for the faith. God bless you.